dominate this football game, but never count Team Indigenous out of it.
Good morning, everyone. And exactly, Team Indigenous for this upcoming game. Going to be a little bit short-handed here with only 14 players, but very inspirational performance this week. A lot of courage here, and these girls coming out here playing in their first ever tournament. Team New Brunswick, last year's bronze medalist winners, finishing third. Really a tale of two stories for Team New Brunswick. In the opening game against Quebec, they scored 72 points, but they allowed 90 against. And then in their game against Ontario Black, it was 39-14 for the Team Ontario Black. So we'll see which Team New Brunswick shows up here today.
We are underway, and Kaylee Boucher returns the kick out to the Indigenous 46-yard line, and that's where they'll scrimmage first down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, the players to watch today for Team Indigenous on offense, number 7, Aurora McCutcheon, the quarterback, and 14, New Brunswick. Keep an eye out on number 12, Alex Purdy. She's had a really good tournament here, and we'll see how Team New Brunswick on defense lines up with, looks like 2 down linemen, and looks like they're going to go with 3, and brought down their safety, 3 linebackers.
The referee for this one, Mark Lachance from Ottawa. The umpire, Ken Jolly, also from the nation's capital, as the give goes right up the middle. And once again, that Kaylee Boucher, she'll get to the original line of scrimmage, perhaps. The back umpire for this one, Julia Long from Alberta. Andrew Lockery from New Brunswick is the line judge, and Deb Campbell is the down judge for this consolation from the Cummings division. Second down, about 11 to go for Team Indigenous. McCutcheon sets up, looks to throw, wrapped up by number 19. That's Emery Boland, and boy, has number 19 in Burgundy been a force defensively for Team New Brunswick.
Yeah, the dynamic duo of Emily Boland and Alex Purdy, the linebacker core. One thing we've noticed in this tournament, the linebacker core in on about 70% of all tackles. And you saw right there, Emily Boland really coming in and stopping the Team Indigenous, really leaving them with almost a 3rd and 20 situation.
Justice Barons with the kick to the sidelines. And what you have to keep in mind, folks, is that the girls are playing within the numbers on the field. It's a 110-yard field with 10-yard end zones, but they've narrowed it for the 6-on-6 format.
Yeah, and the hash marks are 13 yards from the top of the numbers, and it really narrows down. That's why with 6-on-6, it's individual play in some certain situations where you get more one-on-ones, and that's why you're seeing a lot of points scored in this tournament.
Tara Lawson starting at quarterback. Lawson takes the snap, bobbles it, forced out of the pocket, and wrapped up quickly there by number 15, Kaylee Whitesell. The defensive lineman got in to get the sack, and it will be a loss of about 4 yards on the play. Second down, 14 yards to go.
Yeah, players to watch on Team New Brunswick on offense. Number 8, Jenna McAllister. They nickname her Jet Sweep Jenna, and the running back also, Alexia Brazo.
And Jana McAllister has it now, and she's tripped up in the backfield. Nice shoestring tackle by Justice Barons, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, just like we said, Dan, Team New Brunswick really dedicated to the jet sweep and the run, and you saw McAllister take it to the outside. She just slipped right there. Had she not slipped, she probably would have took it to the house.
On 3rd down, Lawson in the shotgun. The flip out for number 10, Kaylee Cormier, and Cormier bursts forward for a pickup of 5, and it's a New Brunswick first down.
Yeah, Kaylee Cormier from Moncton, New Brunswick, picking up the first down on a toss play to the left side of the field, and you see on your screen, nice tackle there from Team Indigenous. Number 21 was on the tackle. That is Justice Burns. who's Barron's been all over this tournament here with tackles.
First down, 10 yards to go from the Indigenous 36. Lawson sets up and throws for McAllister. The intended target, it goes incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, if Lawson would have been just a little bit more patient there, she would have seen that number 11, that Sarah Linder, was running a fade route, and she was wide open, but you saw Lawson was already committed to the shorter throw.
Second and 10. Little breakdown in communication. Lawson takes it herself and is forced out of bounds. That is number 13, Emery Fontaine, that got to the outside and made the tackle on Lawson after a pickup of maybe 2. It'll be third down.
Yeah, a little bit of an exchange problem there. There was supposed to be a jet sweep, but Lawson couldn't get the handle on the ball.
On third down, the give to McAllister, trying to get around the end. She cuts the corner, has the first down, and she will score. Jana McAllister opens the scoring. And it's 6-0 New Brunswick.
Yeah, just like she's been doing all tournament on the jet sweep. And we saw right there, almost a nice tackle there by Sonara Whitesell, who just couldn't get her hands on McAllister on that jet sweep. And after that, she took it right to the house. And now Team New Brunswick up 6-0 with 2 points pending. So if you're watching a 2-point, if they kick it through for the point after, it's 2 points. And if they run or pass it in, it's 1 point.
Here's the conversion attempt, and it is no good, so the score is 6-0. And we're going in running time here.
Yeah, we're going to do snake, kickoff, snake.
In this Cummings consolation.
And looking at the history here of the tournament since last Sunday, Dan, we had Team Indigenous in their first game. They played Ontario Black. They lost 70-0. And then on Wednesday, July 26th, the semifinal games at Lee's Field, the GG's practice field, the Team Indigenous played Manitoba. Manitoba won that game 53-0. And I like what they're doing right now on offense, coming out with like a fullback, tailback, and it looks like they're committed to the run here today.
Kick taken by Boucher at the 41-yard line. So again, good field position for Team Indigenous to start another offensive possession.
Yeah, good series for Team New Brunswick, and a bit of a short kick here. And we saw in this tournament a lot of onside kicks or shorter kicks within, like, say, 15 yards have been recovered by the kicking team. So almost good job by Team Indigenous to recover that football, giving their offense a 1st and 10 at their 41.
Aurora McCutcheon sets up, throws, almost picked off in and out of the hands of Bethany Stevens. It'll be second down.
Yeah, well-designed play. We see McCutcheon under center. Play action pass. She rolls out to her left. I would like her to set her feet before she throws. She was throwing without setting her feet, and that's why she didn't get a lot of velocity on that ball. But well-designed play here from Team Indigenous.
Second and 10 from the 41. The give, trying to get around the corner. It's number 21, Justice Behrens, playing both ways for Team Indigenous. Caught in the backfield, it'll be third down.
Yeah, good play by Team New Brunswick. And, you know, you see right here on your screen, it was number 3 and 51 for Team New Brunswick. That's Emma Bradley. And number 51, don't have her number on the score roster here. But, you know, when you have a running back like Jenna McAllister, who does that very much in practice, it gives your defense a lot of practice, so they really know how to handle the jet sweep. On
third down, second possession, high snap, And Barron's kick is blocked. She picks up the loose football, trying to get outside, and gets to the original line of scrimmage before being brought down by number 16, Talia Gordine.
Yeah.
And once again, first down for Team New Brunswick.
Great football awareness right there from Team Indigenous to pick up the football and to really make something out of nothing. And Justin Barron's really great football awareness, knowing that the punt was blocked, to pick it up and try to get that first down.
Emma Lundrigan in at quarterback now. Tara Lawson started. Maybe they'll be platooning. There's a flip to Alexia Brazo. Brazo quickly wrapped up after a pickup of 10 yards. Good open field tackle there by number 13, Emery Fontaine.
Emery Fontaine from Fort Alexander. Great form tackling right there. And that's exactly what you want to see from a nice tackling position. That is perfect form right there. Remember there used to be an old video, the Seahawk tackling clinics given by Pete Carroll. That's a good form example right there.
Low snap. Lundrigan just falls on it, and it will be a loss of about 6. Make that 7. It'll be second down.
Yeah, good job by Lundrigan just to fall on it. So sometimes you're leaning over and you lose balance, and you don't know how close the defense is coming towards you, but the smart play is just to fall on it.
Brazo in the backfield. Boland there as well. Lundrigan throws, looking for Boland, and tried to play it off her left shoulder pad, but it bounced off, incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, just a slant pattern there by Team New Brunswick, and Lundgren delivering a nice strike right there. Unfortunately for Team New Brunswick, it was an incomplete pass.
Sarah Kennedy in the backfield, lining up to perhaps kick the ball away, and she's wrapped up. Great pursuit there by Memphis Eagletail, and Team New Brunswick gives the ball up on downs.
You know, in a tournament format like this, Dan, when you start day one with, for Team Indigenous, their first game ever in this tournament, and you've seen the progression from game 1 to game 2 to game 3, and Team Indigenous at the end of the first quarter, it's only 6-0, and I've seen a big improvement on this team here in just a short period of time. Nice job right there from Team Indigenous to get in there and block that and tackle the punt formation.
Barring a penalty, this should be the final play of the opening quarter. Time has ticked down already. And Team Indigenous in the huddle to the strains of Shania Twain.
Who was here at Blues Fest there?
She was, yeah. She opened up Blues Fest a couple of weeks ago here in the nation's capital. High snap taken by McCutcheon. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and a good read there by number 99, Cameron Walker of Team New Brunswick, as that was kind of a high snap counter.
Yeah, it was almost like a moonshot snap right there. But great awareness by McCutcheon just to really slow down her timing to, obviously she was expecting a handoff from the quarterback, but good awareness to pick it up and try and make something out of nothing. And good job by Cameron Walker. Cameron Walker's been having a good tournament too, Dan. Last Sunday against, when New Brunswick played Team Quebec, she had a lot of tackles, and also in the semifinal game where Team New Brunswick lost to Ontario Black at TD Place 39-14, but we've mentioned her name throughout the week.
So the second quarter just about set to get underway.
Yeah, you just ran into it.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Team Indigenous in blue, Team New Brunswick in burgundy. Another high snap, and that pass intended for Toledo Liz Crowfoot Hendy, who's been a pretty strong influence offensively throughout this tournament for Team Indigenous.
Yeah, she's been one of the targets they try to get the ball to a lot in this tournament. And you know, when you, it seems to be that they're a team that goes under center a lot, and then when they go shotgun, there's a little bit of an adjustment there from the center. So maybe the one thing that Team Indigenous want to do once they get to the sideline, just have a couple of practice snaps on the sideline just to get the timing down.
On third down, 10 yards to go. Aurora McCutcheon, high snap, wrapped up immediately. Number 81, Mia Longley there to grab the Indigenous quarterback before she had an opportunity to even think about getting the ball downfield.
Yeah, no, there's an exchange problem right here when they go in shotgun, and that's when you get a high snap like that, and you don't have and when you got two receivers out, you're taking one less offensive lineman away, and when they're rushing three, they're just outnumbering you in the box. But they did have three offensive linemen there, but they brought a double pursuit to the outside. 81 was there, and number 10 for Team New Brunswick, that's Kaylee Cormier.
So on first down, Emma Lundrigan at quarterback. The flip out to Alexia Brazo. Wrapped up by Justice Behrens at the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of one on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Team Indigenous on defense really showing up here in the third game of the tournament, in the consolation game. And we saw Behrens making a beautiful tackle right there. And good job there by Team Indigenous on defense.
Loaded backfield. Emery Boland, Alexia Brazo, the give to Brazo, hit immediately, then bounces off, takes off around the left side, and gets very close to first down yardage. There to make the stop for Team Indigenous, once again, Memphis Eagletail.
Yeah, they almost got her in the backfield, and it was supposed to be a handoff, and we saw a bit of a shift into the backfield, and then we almost had the defense for Team Indigenous make the tackle in the backfield, but Brazo was able to escape it.
On first down, Lundrigan sets up, throws downfield, almost intercepted. Justice Behrens got a hand on it. The ball intended for Sarah Kennedy, never got there. Behrens made the great defensive play.
Behrens been over the field there, and she's also the punter, and then she almost got an interception right there. Number 21, Justice Behrens from Barons River First Nation, is doing a great job here in the first half.
2nd and 10. Brazo in the backfield. Lundrigan drops it off, offloads for Brazo. Brazo stays on her feet, breaks 2 tackles, and gets into the end zone from the 29. It's 12-0.
Nice run there from Alexia Brazo. Alexia Brazo from St. Philip, New Brunswick, from Moncton High School, and beautiful run up the middle, and evaded a lot of tackles on that play, and found the touchdown. And now New Brunswick up 12-0.
Here's Boland, puts it through, and it's now 14-0 for Team New Brunswick. 7:55 left to go here in this first half.
Yeah, Team Indigenous on defense just missing a few tackles on that series, which led to the touchdown. But you know what? From we've seen from last Sunday to today, Saturday, this Team Indigenous came ready to play, and I found that their fundamentals are much, much better today than they were when they first started the tournament.
Well, they've had an opportunity to kind of mesh this week.
Exactly, and I think they took advantage of their practice time between games. And for Team New Brunswick, they haven't missed a beat. They're still consistent on offense, defensively, doing a good job. But when you see this New Brunswick defense, yeah, they're all about McAllister and Brazo.
Emery Boland's kick taken immediately by Sinera Whitesell, and she moves the ball up to the 51-yard line, and that's where Team Indigenous will start this possession. First down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, got a comment here from Gary Clayton. Says, Talita Liz Crowfoot Hendy, number 11 is my niece, and she takes after her father who played with Temple University. And having a great tournament, so thank you for that, Gary. Appreciate that. And Anna Deschamps says, let's go New Brunswick, watching from Quebec.
Aurora McCutcheon in the shotgun. Ball squirts through her hands. She picks it up, and now she's got to get away from the rush. Good tackle there by number 16, Talia Gordine, deep into the backfield, and now Team Indigenous is looking at second and long.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Team Indigenous to get a bobble snap like that, because now it sets up a 2nd and 20 situation, and a lot of play callers don't have a lot of plays for 2nd and long, but we'll see what Team Indigenous dials up here.
Second down, 20 yards to go. Another high snap. McCutcheon takes off, flag down. McCutcheon takes off. Cam Walker tripped her up after a pickup of 3.
Holding is called against
flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be holding and probably declined by Team New Brunswick. But again, for Team Indigenous, they got to really solve the issue of the snap from shotgun, because it's getting too much time to receive to the quarterback, and it's really throwing off the timing of the offense.
So Team Indigenous sending out what appears to be their punting unit, number 21, Justice Behrens, out there.
Hey, eyes to the backfield, right? Eyes to the backfield.
And they'll be kicking the football away. Again, another high snap. Behrens forced out of the pocket, takes off around the right side, still on her feet, and she's got the first down. A pickup of 19 yards, and Behrens and Team Indigenous move the sticks.
And I think, Dan, that is their longest play from scrimmage this tournament. And you know what? I think Team Indigenous just found a new running back for their team. Justice Behrens just took the ball and made a great decision to take the football and run it down the sidelines. But wow, what great run there by Justice Behrens. And when you see something like that, you got to wonder how come she's not playing running back.
Well, maybe the coaching staff will make an adjustment.
We'll have to make a call at halftime. A little suggestion. Great
so,
run.
On first down, Aurora McCutcheon back out on the field.
Come on, oh!
It's actually Sonera Whitesell in the quarterback spot.
There you go, good block!
It goes through Whitesell's legs. She picks it up. Walker wraps her up. Whitesell fights to get back toward the line of scrimmage, but Cameron Walker had her wrapped up.
Yeah, Cameron Walker's been in the backfield a lot here today, but Whitesell almost got away with escaping there, but Cameron Walker really had a grasp on the ankle to bring her down.
Second down. About 9 to go. 19 to go, rather. There you go. Here, Whitesell throws. It's complete to number 11, Toledo Liz Crowfoot Hendy. The pickup is 26 yards and another Indigenous first down.
Team Indigenous came to play here today, Dan. From the improvement from game 1 to now, and really one of the nicest throws we've seen this tournament from Team Indigenous, and beautiful reception. And now this is the first time I've ever seen Team Indigenous this deep in the opponent's territory, and we'll see how if they can come away with some points here.
Sonera Whitesell takes the snap on the one hop, throws it into the corner looking for Kaylee Boucher, and a flag is down in the defensive backfield, so we'll have to wait and see. Timeout called by Team New Brunswick, or actually by Team Indigenous.
Yeah, so Kaylee Boucher was just running a go route, meaning a vertical route, and then she stopped and then looked and then continued her route, and she ran into the defender, and that's where the officials are calling it pass interference.
Against New Brunswick, so they'll move the sticks again. The longest sustained drive by Team Indigenous in this tournament, and they're moving the ball with some authority on offense today.
Yeah, and you see that they're committed to the pass here. Even, credit this coaching staff here for Team Indigenous to not get away from the pass, even though some of the snaps were high, because that's enough to probably discourage maybe some offense coordinators to say, you know what, let's get back to the running game until we figure out our snaps. But good on this coaching staff to stick with the passing game. And now Team Indigenous has the ball here on the 18-yard line, the deepest they've ever been inside an opponent's territory.
They came into this consolation final or in the Cummings division with just 3 first downs in the 2 games that they came in, 2 of them via the penalty. But on this particular possession, they're moving the ball with authority, and they're inside the Team New Brunswick 20-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go at the 18. Sonera Whitesell, bad snap, loose ball, picked up by New Brunswick. Talia Gordine falls on the loose football, and it'll be a turnover.
So the one thing I noticed on that snap, Dan, the quarterback normally who's in shotgun is at 5 yards. The quarterback for Team Indigenous was almost at 8 yards. So she was really... There was a miscommunication with the center and the quarterback.
Trying to get that extra half a second to throw the ball or at least look downfield for an open receiver.
Exactly, but you got to let the center know that. That'd be nice. But unfortunately, for Team Indigenous, a turnover on downs and a good play by Team New Brunswick, who, again, from the defensive line, getting in there, recovering that football, giving the offense here an opportunity on their own 25-yard line.
So Team New Brunswick takes over at their own 25-yard line. And Tara Lawson back in at quarterback for the Burgundy. Big snap. Jana McAllister around the right side. McAllister cutting back inside. Picks up about 13 on the play. It'll be another first down. Number 2, Memphis Eagletail there to make the stop.
And what I really like with Team Indigenous there on the outside jet sweep, they contained her and forced her back inside where the rally of her help of the defense was there. And you saw great strategy from the Team Indigenous to really contain that end, to bring her back inside where her support was coming, and they got the tackle. But again, good run by Jana McAllister, who's been really dominant in the jet sweeps this tournament. And nice job there.
3 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown in this one already. Team New Brunswick leads it 14-0 with a minute left to go here in the opening half. Lawson, the give to Sarah Linder around the left side, cuts back upfield. Linder keeps the legs going and picks up 11 yards and another New Brunswick first down.
You'll notice number 13 on the play. Even though she didn't make the tackle, she did enough to slow down Linder to allow the defense to come on pursuit and make the tackle. So even though Emery Fontaine didn't make the tackle, she did a great job to slow her down. But again, Team New Brunswick picking up a first down, and with 42 seconds, they could have an opportunity here to get some more points before the half.
Tara Lawson flips that one out. Kaylee Cormier forced to pick up the loose football, reverses her field, gets a block, that's coming back. Kaylee Cormier all the way down the field, cuts up the middle, finally wrapped up there by Sonera Whitesell, but this one's coming back.
Looks like Sonera Whitesell a little bit shaken up on that play, but she does get up. And yeah, there was a block on that play, which the officials deemed was a illegal block from the side.
So the horn sounds to end the game, but you can't end a quarter on a penalty, so they're coming back to do it all over again.
You know, there's one coaching point we always tell our players, Dan, on a situation like that, if you can't see their eyes, you don't be making the hit. That's one thing I always tell our players.
10-yard penalty, which makes it first down, 20 yards to go, but it will be the final play of the first half. Lawson takes the snap, sets up, throws, intended for Jana McAllister, goes incomplete, and that will end the first half of play. Team New Brunswick in control of this one, leading 14-0.
Yeah, Team Indigenous, you know what, Dan? It took advantage of the couple of extra days rest from Wednesday to really figure out the pieces of the puzzle here on offense and defense, and I find their defense today is doing a fabulous job trying to keep this team into the game. Team New Brunswick, if it ain't broke, don't fix, and they stuck to their staple on offense. That's the jet sweep and Brazo running the ball up the middle, and you know what, we got ourselves a pretty good ball game here.
2 touchdowns in the opening half by Team New Brunswick, a 26-yard run from Jana McAllister and a 29-yard scamper by Emery Boland. And it's now 14-0 after the half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more of the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships from the nation's capital in just a few moments.
Top one first.
At every OK Tire store, you'll find a local owner who lives in your community, proudly offering full auto service. And when you shop with us, you're shopping local. OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
So, you want to play flag football? Let's get started. You will receive 2 flags and a football. Your team has the ball, which means you're on offense. Your job is to get the ball into the opponent's end zone to score points, which is called a touchdown. The offense starts with the ball in their own end. From there, they will have 3 chances to cross the midfield line to earn a first down. This will give another 3 chances to reach the end zone. If the defense prevents the offense from scoring by intercepting a pass or making the offense run out of downs, the ball will be turned over and they will now get a chance to score a touchdown. For information, as well as where to sign up and begin playing, visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball.
Football excitement continues, and at OK Tire, we've teamed up with the CFL to bring you all the action, celebrating and supporting communities across Canada while cheering on our local teams. OK Tire, proud partner and fan of the CFL.
Parents, are you looking to get your kids involved in a fun, low-cost sport that they will love? Flag football is one of the fastest growing sports in North America for good reason. This non-contact, team-oriented sport develops fundamental movement and social skills, all while building lifelong friendships. It's never too late to start. Visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball and see how you can get involved.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
Having GameStrat for us has been game-changing, truly. Coach high school football now for 22 years. Having that instant replay, the opportunity to show players the mistakes they're making, the things they're doing right, is a world of difference of having to wait until Saturday morning or Monday afternoon to make the corrections. It's an opportunity for them to visually see what they're doing, at least attempt to make the corrections there on the spot.
When we switched over from our previous sideline system, the thing that we noticed was, number one, how easy it was. You don't have to be a computer expert in order to work it. The concerns I had were just reliability. If you have it, you pay the money for it, and you invest the time in it, and have people there do it, you want it to work.
With a lot of companies, they'll tell you what they're going to be able to do, and we've had that in the past where they sell you the product, they give you a nice big promise, but they can't really follow through on it, and just a lot of times we don't need to call because it's so easy to set up, and that's been pretty helpful.
For our end, just makes it easy because it's reliable.
To have that opportunity to go directly from the sideline to the end zone is tremendous. Literally just a touch of the screen gets you from the sideline view to the end zone view. It's as easy as texting on your phone or just scrolling through social media.
GameStrat has completely lived up and gone beyond my expectations.
Out of doubt, I wouldn't hesitate to suggest switching over to GameStrat. The product is awesome. It's everything that and more that it's billed as, and it's effortless to set up and to use, and simple process. And really, what are we doing it for? We're doing it to give our players an opportunity to win games, and we feel that by using GameStrat, we have every opportunity each week.
I don't want to coach a game without it. If there was another coach that was looking at using a product similar to GameStrat, if we were playing them, I would say use a different product. The customer service is head and shoulders above the rest. Reach out to them. You'll regret it if you don't.
Welcome back to Tag Park at Keith Harris Stadium on the campus of Carleton University. In the nation's capital, it's the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. Dan Mooney alongside Coach Ron Raymond. 14-0 after the first half for Team New Brunswick against Team Indigenous in this Cummings consolation.
Yeah, Team Indigenous really from last week to today, big improvement on special teams, offense, defense, and only 14-0 here at the half. Where Team New Brunswick looking a little bit flat, a little in the first half, but still enough to secure the lead of 14-0. A lot of jet sweep by the number 8, Jana McAllister, having an okay day. But against last week against Team Quebec, it's just I'm trying to understand this Team New Brunswick team where 72 points against one of the top teams in the tournament in Quebec, and then against Ontario Black scored 39-14. But you know what? Showing up here today, having a 14-0 lead. They're going to get the ball back here, and we'll see how they do here for the second half.
Team Indigenous, well, you know, in fairness to the coaching staff and Team New Brunswick, they're getting the people, the kids that wouldn't otherwise get an opportunity to play, they're using them and using them effectively here in this game against Team Indigenous. But, you know, Team Indigenous coming back full force in this one. 3 first downs in the first 2 games, and they've equaled that total already here in the first half. Kick taken by Sarah Linder. She just falls on it, and a prudent move because Team New Brunswick gets the football back at their own 50-yard line to start.
Great move by Team New Brunswick where they secure the football, and we always tell on those short type kicks, you want to secure it because if you bobble it, because the defenders are very close, and we saw a really good move here on special teams by Team New Brunswick.
So on first down, Emma Lundrigan will begin the second half at quarterback. Alexia Brazo in motion. Lundrigan sets up, flares that one out to the flat for Brazo. She's got a first down, cuts back inside, and goes. She'll go all the way. A 60-yard pass and run. Alexia Brazo from Emma Lundrigan on the opening play of the second half, and it's 20-0 New Brunswick.
Yeah, what a great throw by Emma Lundrigan right there. And you know what I love about that throw, Dan, is that she had all the velocity behind it. She didn't lob it in. She threw it with authority, and Brazo, showing like she's shown all week, making the moves and busting tackles and cutting to the inside and getting 6 points for Team New Brunswick to make it 20-0 with 2 points pending.
Emery Boland in to attempt the kick. The kick is up, and it is it's good. It got through. It didn't look like it from this vantage point, but the officials have the final say, so it's 22-0 New Brunswick.
Yeah, a little bit of a bobble snap, but got it right through, and good job by the person who's pinning the football right there to get it down. You know, sometimes to get that ball in the tee, it's a tough task, and great job by Team New Brunswick to secure the 2 points, going up 22-0 here in the start of the third quarter. Dan Crowley says, great start to see second half. Way to go, Alexa. Way to go, New Brunswick. Great throw, says Debbie Goss. Yeah, it was a great throw, Debbie. And Talia, says Annie Deschamps, rooting on Talia.
The kick from Emery Boland goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So Team Indigenous will begin their first possession of this second half with, again, really decent field position.
Yeah, great field position here to start the third quarter. And it'll be interesting to see if they stay in shotgun or go under center like they did at the beginning of the game. They started the game with a fullback and a tailback and the quarterback under center. We'll see what the Team Indigenous coaching staff prefers to do here in this situation.
They're declining the penalty, and it is first down. And it looks like Sinera Whitesell is out there at quarterback, with Aurora McCutcheon flanked left in the slot position alongside Kaylee Boucher on the right. Whitesell, high snap, forced back, picks it up on the one hop, tries to get away, and is quickly wrapped up there by number 3, Emma Bradley. And Team Indigenous has been battling that error throughout this entire football game.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of throughout the tournament where the exchange from center to quarterback and the timings of a lot of jet sweeps in this tournament, I find, it's just some of the timing and the snaps have been inconsistent.
So it's a big loss of 21 yards. Second down, 31 yards to go. Another high snap. Whitesell forced out. Little flare out to Kaylee Boucher, and she steps out of bounds, but there's a flag down in the backfield, and that's usually indicative of holding, and that is the indication from referee Mark Lachance.
Yep, somebody in the chat is asking from the prior play, Dan, who's number 20 for Team New Brunswick? Great blocking downfield, and that is Lillian Pani from Rothsay, New Brunswick, and that's who number 20 is for Team New Brunswick. And again, thanks everybody in the chat. We appreciate all the comments and the interaction, and hope you're having a good day here today on the Saturday, July 29th.
All kinds of movement along the line of scrimmage. Whitesell's throw almost intercepted. There to knock it down, Evelyn Bott.
It's on them, it's on them.
Which is going to help Team Indigenous in this situation because we did have an offside, so they'll have to redo it again.
Offside against New Brunswick. They'll move it up 5 yards. It'll still be third down. 3rd and 25.
Can we use a timeout, Coach?
And you know what, we've seen a lot of teams on third down in this tournament really take the gamble and go for it. And I don't know if Team Indigenous want to talk about this here, but again, in a 22-0 game, you don't want to really go for it here on third down, because if you don't make the third down, you're going to give the ball over in a great field position for Team New Brunswick, who's on offense could really hurt you with their jet sweep and their power run game. And we just saw in last play, they have a very good passing game. So I think Team Indigenous want to talk this one over and get it right.
3 touchdowns in this game so far. A 26-yard run by Jana McAllister. A 29-yard run by Alexia Brazo, and then Alexia Brazo took a little swing pass from Emma Lundrigan, 60 yards for the 3rd touchdown.
Yeah, you know what? Brazo's been having a really great tournament, especially last week against Team Quebec. Had an outstanding game along with Jenna McAllister. But looking at the coaching staff here, Team Indigenous, it looks like they're going to try to drop a play here, and we'll see how this works out for them on 3rd and a par 3.
On 3rd down. 25 yards to go. And a direct snap, actually a bobbled snap from center, Justice Barons, or make that number 11, Toledo Liz Crowfoot-Hendy, falls on the loose football, and New Brunswick gets the ball back on downs.
Yeah, they tried the old Fumbarooski, and unfortunately for them, it did not work. But a little bit an exchange problem from center. But you know what? Had that worked, he probably had the edge there. So unfortunately for them, again, like we just talked about, now you're turning the ball over to a very good New Brunswick offense who, with 22-0, with 4:55 left, could really add more points to the board here.
Tara Lawson at quarterback. The give to Cormier. Cormier threw into the secondary. She'll score. A 29-yard run by Kaylee Cormier, and New Brunswick leads this one 28-0 with the convert to come.
Yeah, Cormier showing excellent speed right there. Took the handoff, went to the left side of the offensive line. Good job by the O-line blocking right there. And Cormier really displaying great speed right there to find the end zone, giving Team New Brunswick 6 more points to add to their 22. Cormier from Harrison Trimble High School, Moncton, New Brunswick.
Bad snap. Boland picks up the loose football, and she's tied up, and they blow the play down. Number 13, Emery Fontaine, was there to hold her up, and the score remains 28-0.
Oh, good job by Team New Brunswick right there. And, you know, the weather cooperating today here, Dan. It's a little bit cooler today.
Overcast skies, and with the humidity that we've had all week, this has to be such a welcome change for the players.
Yep, 17 degrees right now in the nation's capital, and really helping the players because it got pretty hot here a couple of days in this tournament. And that's an understatement, probably.
Yeah, and it wasn't the heat. It was more the humidity than anything else.
Yep.
The heat was 28 degrees, but with the Humidex, it was like 37 degrees Celsius. Add a few more degrees because of the artificial surface, and it was really difficult to play.
Oh, but credit all the athletes this week, really gutting it out and really putting on a good show here this week for women's football, and really put it on the platform for people to see it probably for the very first time, and it's off to a great start.
Emery Boland preparing to kick the ball away. Taken by number 18, Summer Papaquash. Returns it up to the 44, and again, good field position for Team Indigenous, but they've really got to work on this exchange from center to quarterback on the shotgun.
Yeah, and Dan, Summer Papaquash, offensive lineman, that's an O-line's dream to touch the football right there, to get the ball for the very first time. Just like we saw last night in the Ottawa Red Blacks Hamilton Tiger-Cats game, there was a pass throw, and the offensive lineman grabbed it and rushed it in.
Well, it's only because it deflected off somebody else that lineman could be eligible to pick up the football, and great presence of mind to pick it out of midair after, that's working on the tip drill.
Yep.
There's Sonera Whitesell. Her throw, and it's complete to Kaylee Boucher. The pickup, 17 yards, and another Indigenous first down.
The Team Indigenous have shown here, Dan, if they can get the snap from center and a bit of protection, they have the ability to throw it deep, and they got the receivers to catch it. We saw it right there. Great reception there from Team Indigenous, and that is number 17.
Kaylee Boucher.
Doing a great job bringing that in, and now they got the football on the Team New Brunswick 50-yard line, and we'll see if they can put a drive here together.
Sonera Whitesell in at quarterback for Team Indigenous. From Fort Alexander, Manitoba. Whitesell's throw over the head of the intended target. That's Toledo Liz Crowfoot-Hendy. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Aurora McKetchin had two options that play. The receivers for Team Indigenous were running what we call like a scissor pattern, where one receiver goes underneath, the other one goes on top at a longer distance at about 10 to 15 yards. And just a little bit underthrown in that situation, but good design play here from the offensive coordinator for Team Indigenous. Just came up a little bit short.
Sonera Whitesell on the final play of the third quarter throws it out, flares it out for Kaylee Boucher. She gets upfield, the ball is loose, and it rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, one thing we always teach our players is once you make the reception of the football, protect the football high and tight, because defenders are coming in, and the first thing they're going to do, one's going to try to hold you up, the other one's going to try to strip it away, and that's what happened in this situation.
There was a flag down at the line of scrimmage. The quarter is over, and now we'll await the determination of the officials on the field. No flag, the end of the third quarter, and it's 28-0 for New Brunswick. It will be third down, about 8 yards to go for Team Indigenous to begin the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just looking at both these teams, how they got here today. Team New Brunswick in their first game against Quebec, 90-72 against Team Quebec, who's going to play in the gold medal game tonight against Team Alberta. Team Indigenous played Ontario Black last Sunday, and that was a 70-0 victory for Ontario Black. And then on Wednesday, Team Indigenous lost 53-0 to Manitoba, and for Team New Brunswick, they lost 39-14 to Team Ontario Black.
Come on now! Come on, girl!
You see out there Emma Bradley enjoying the music, dancing from her middle linebacker position.
I guess they approved the music on this.
On third down, about 8 yards to go. Sonera Whitesell in the shotgun. Sets up, throws that one over the middle, and it's picked off by number 22, Evelyn Bott. Bott taking off, getting down the sideline. Sonera Whitesell brings her down at the Indigenous 30-yard line. A great return, and Evelyn Bott from Fredericton High School and New Maryland, New Brunswick brings it back, and New Brunswick gets great field position at the Indigenous 30-yard line.
Yeah, Evelyn Bott, again, nice interception. That pass was intended to Kaylee Boucher, just a bit underthrown, and you can see here Bott really looking towards the end zone, but was caught here by Team Indigenous, and now first down on the 30-yard line.
That was Bott's second opportunity for a pick. She made sure on that one. Here is Lundrigan. Her throw over the middle, intended for number 13, Sarah Kennedy, goes incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Sonera Whitesell almost got the interception right there. Just couldn't haul it in, but a lot of blue shirts around that area. I don't know if that was a wise decision to throw that ball there, but fortunately for Team New Brunswick, they was incomplete. Now they will be first now. I guess there was a penalty on that play.
They're moving the sticks back 5 yards, so illegal procedure more than likely the call. It'll be first down, 15 yards to go for Team New Brunswick. 10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here. Nice couple of moves by Brazo to get to the outside, keeps the legs going, and picks up 3. There to trip her up. The girl that's doing it all for Team Indigenous, and that's Sonera Whitesell.
Yeah, been all over the field here on defense. And I remember at the beginning of the tournament last week, I had an opportunity to talk to head coach Nick Murray for Team New Brunswick, and he says, keep an eye out on number 21 this week. You'll see she's one of the best running backs in the tournament, and she displayed it all week, running with authority.
Little flare out for Brazo, doesn't go.
Yeah, they returned to that little swing pass that was successful in the earlier of the game, and unfortunately with this was incomplete.
So it'll be 3rd down. And Team New Brunswick going for it. Emma Lundrigan in the shotgun. Brazo in the backfield. There's some movement. The give to number 11, Sarah Linder, around the left side. She'll have the first down plus a couple more. Number 13, Emery Fontaine, there to make the stop after a pickup of 15 by Sarah Linder.
I love what Team New Brunswick is doing here. Like you said earlier, Dan, they're getting everybody involved, and this time it was Sarah Linder. And when you get everybody involved on the offense, you can't really concentrate on one or two players. You got to worry about the entire offense.
Lundrigan, the give to Linder once again, and they blow the play down. Illegal procedure against New Brunswick is the indication, and they'll move it back 5 yards.
Yeah, I really like the play design on that. There was going to be another jet sweep, and I like how they're going to seal the edge and how they displayed their blocking techniques there. That was really good, but unfortunately, penalty on the call. You'll see Brazo on your replay go right to the edge to secure the edge, and she does a great job with number 64. That is Ainsley Meehan.
And again, they do it. Flags along the line of scrimmage. Linder cuts back inside, stays on her feet, keeps the legs going, and it'll be a pickup of a couple, but it may be coming back.
Really broke 2 tackles on that play, but Emery Fontaine was the last line of defense to make sure she didn't get in the end zone and brought her down.
Offside against Team Indigenous. So it will be an automatic first down, and they'll move the ball back up to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 12-yard line. Lundrigan, flip out for Brazo, wrapped up by Sonera Whitesell almost immediately.
Yeah, good job on defense there by the number 14 from Team Indigenous, Sonera Whitesell, really not allowing Brazo to get the edge, and great tackle right there, and leaving a 2nd and about 9 situation.
Alexia Brazo, 5 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown, and a catch for 60 yards and a touchdown. Another prolific day, a direct snap right to Alexia Brazo around the left side, and she's into the end zone again.
Great run there by Alexia Brazo. Great play call design here from Team New Brunswick with a direct snap to the tailback. And you saw Brazo, which she's done all tournament long, Dan. She has the nose to the end zone. She just turned the edge, and she got the touchdown. Really, really nice play design here by Team New Brunswick.
34-0 for Team New Brunswick in this Cummings Division consolation. Emery Boland getting set to convert, picks up the bad snap, and runs it in for the single point. $35-0 for Team New Brunswick. 5:15 left to go in this ball game.
You know, even though that Team Indigenous, not probably the result they were looking for here today, but what I've loved about this team here today is that from the first game to this game, mass improvement. And you know what, this the whole organization, from the coaching staff to the administration, should be very proud of these girls here today for really improving from game to game. And for Team New Brunswick, you know what? They've been consistent the entire tournament, and great job here today also on Team New Brunswick.
Time ticking away in this one, 4.5 left to go. And Emery Boland prepares to kick the football away once again. Boland's kick. And wrapped up to lead Liz Crowfoot Hendy. And Team Indigenous will begin this possession from their own 35-yard line. Be lovely to see them get in the end zone here. And it'd be a great capper to the week for Team Indigenous.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? And again, mass improvement on offense today. Again, a couple of issues with the snaps, but the consistency and the first downs. This game here, they probably had more first downs in this game than they have the whole tournament, and doing a good job right there.
Sonera Whitesell has Aurora McCutcheon flanked wide left. Kaylee Boucher in the slot to the right. The give to McCutcheon, takes it around the right side, cuts upfield, and picks up 6 before being wrapped up there by Emery Boland.
Emery Boland on defense, having a really strong tournament, just displayed another great tackle right there. And we've seen here some really good defense here by Emery Boland.
Whitesell swings that out for Boucher, quickly wrapped up there by Alex Purdy, who has been such a catalyst defensively for Team New Brunswick in this tournament.
Like I said at the top of the show, Dan, the two players on Team New Brunswick who's been probably involved in like 50% of all the tackles, number 12 Alex Purdy and number 19 Emery Boland, and Purdy displaying a great awareness to get that screen pass and didn't hesitate and got the tackle.
Injured player on the field. That's Kaylee Boucher, number 17 for Team Indigenous.
Well, we got a minute, Dan. We'll talk about some of the games going on here today at Keith Harris Stadium. The consolation final of the Harlow division. You got Team Saskatchewan playing against Team Ontario Red. That game will be a 1 p.m. kickoff here on our channel. The Gold Cummings division, a 4 o'clock game with Team Manitoba against Ontario Black. That will kick off here at 4 p.m. Eastern. And our gold medal game, an anticipated game everybody's looking forward to see. Team Quebec on offense, who really displayed amazing talent with their Frederic Monod, their quarterback, going up against Team Alberta.
Frederic Monod, 2 games, 730 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns. Here's Whitesell around the corner, cuts upfield, gets by Purdy, and is forced out of bounds, but not before she picked up enough yardage for the first down, and Team Indigenous moves the sticks once again.
Yeah, great job there by Sonera Whitesell to pick up the first down. She needed to get to close to the center field, and she got that. Actually, they're bringing it back just a bit, but first and 10 right now on their own 50.
5
45.
first downs for Team Indigenous in this football game. Much more improved offensively is this team in blue. Whitesell sets up, throws that one over the middle, and it's picked off. And she's running the wrong way. Number 7, Bethany Stevens, picked it off, and now she starts back the other way. Finally brought down by Aurora McCutcheon, but it was almost a Jim Marshall.
Hey, that happens sometimes. But you know what? She realized halfway through her run that, I think I'm going the wrong way. So she reversed pivot and did a good job. Yeah, almost. So we see right here, quarterback for Team Indigenous and Air Whitetails overthrowing the ball, and number 7 for Team New Brunswick, Bethany Stevens, realizing halfway, I better turn around because I'm going to give this team a safety. And that was kind of funny.
Well, presence of mind, good for her for thinking something's not right here.
Yeah. But in a situation like that, you know, sometimes when I always say, anytime you get a long interception on a long throw like that, it's as good as a punt.
41.1 left to go here in this Cummings Division consolation.
4-9. Yeah, so they're asking the operator in the booth here to put 49 seconds on the board.
And that is exactly what is remaining. 49 flat. Referee Mark Lachance blows play in. Tara Lawson. Little play action and a wonderful tackle. Justice Behrens once again stops the New Brunswick quarterback at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great tournament by Justice Behrens. She does it all. We've seen her abilities on special teams, and look at that on defense. Just beautiful tackle right there, and what a great tournament she's had.
And a bit of a discussion among the officials. Play is in. Lawson, play action around the right side and forced out of bounds around the 54-yard line of New Brunswick. They'll be about 4 yards shy of a first down. I'll make it 3. And it will be third down.
Yeah, it looks like Emery Fontaine a little bit banged up after making that tackle out of bounds, but she sprung up and she looks like she's good to go with 27.4 seconds left here on the clock.
Tara Lawson getting instructions from Nick Murray and the New Brunswick coaching staff, and despite the fact that New Brunswick had lost their previous 2 games coming into this one, they had to be reasonably happy with the way they've performed.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Playing 2 tough opponents. Quebec, who's going to play in the gold medal game against Alberta, and Ontario Black, who's also going to be in the Cummings Division gold game. So Team New Brunswick didn't have an easy task here and finishing strong in this tournament.
High snap. The give to Jana McAllister. Trying to get around the left corner, turns it up, cuts back inside. McAllister makes a move. She'll score. A 56-yard touchdown run by Jana McAllister on the final play of the game makes it 41-0 for Team New Brunswick.
Yeah, we saw it all tournament long, and just fitting that Jana McAllister finishes the game on a jet sweep, and that's why they nicknamed her Jet Sweep Jana. And she showed Canada really that when she runs the jet sweep, she knows where the end zone is.
That touchdown run, that 56-yard ramble puts her over the 100 mark for the game. 4 carries for 103 yards. Amy Boland attempting to convert. High snap, the kick is up, and it's blocked.
Guess who?
Justice Behrens.
Justice been served. Yeah, she's had a great tournament. Special teams warrior. Absolutely. Justice Barons, what a great tournament she's had. And you know what? Great job here today for Team Indigenous from week 1, game 1 to game 3. Mass improvement. And for Team New Brunswick, tough task right out of the gate with Team Quebec and Terra Black, but finishing strong. And I'm sure looking back in the tournament, they're going to be very happy with today's.
You have to consider player of the game. You look at Alexia Brazo, 6 carries for 62 yards, 3 touchdowns, along with a beautiful flare out to the flat that she took from Emma Lundrigan and rambled 60 yards for. So 3 touchdowns, all kinds, 122 yards in total offense. I don't know who you pick.
I think you got to go with Brazo. I think the way she ran the football here today, did a very good job running the football. And for Team Indigenous, look no other than number 21, Justin Barron. She did it all, special teams, defense. And, you know, when you look at the Team Indigenous, the defense really been on the field almost the entire tournament. And Justice Barron's had a really, really strong tournament.
She sure did. A 41-0 final. Team New Brunswick over Team Indigenous in the Cummings Division Consolation. They're going to take a lot of memories home with them after this week here in the nation's capital. For Coach Ron Raymond and her entire crew, I'm Dan Mooney. Thanks so much for watching this one. Stick around, folks, because it's Saskatchewan versus Ontario Red in just a few minutes' time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back here in the nation's capital in just a few minutes.